Hello, seniors, and welcome to Senior Project. Congratulations on arriving at your final year of high school. My name is Mrs. Lambert, and I am one of the Senior Project facilitators here, along with Ms. Spizak and Ms. Wegner. The purpose of this first video tutorial today is to give you an overview of the year so that you see how you can take this opportunity and make it your own. Senior Project, while it can be very challenging and very frustrating over the course of the year, will also be very rewarding once you look back at everything you've achieved and accomplished. Let's start with our mission statement. Senior Project is an opportunity for students to create an original, authentic, culminating product informed by various modes of research to benefit self, society, and the world. Today I'm going to show you the process of walking through all the steps that will get you up that big mountain. I want you to start by dreaming with me a little bit. Senior Project, first and foremost, is your opportunity. I want you to imagine that somebody's given you all the time in the world to explore something. You know, many times we say we don't have enough time to do the things we love. Well, now you do. If you wanted to explore something that you loved to do, what would that look like? Some of you are athletes, bodybuilders, artists. If you had this whole year to devote the time to something you love to do, what would that be? It could also be something you want to learn. Maybe you want to learn how to play the classical guitar. Maybe you want to create a video or build or create something in woods. Maybe it's something that you want to try, like designing an app, starting a fundraiser. Or maybe it's something you want to create, like a scholarship for students who have been through an experience that you have been through. This is your opportunity, so take full advantage of it. Think about something you want to work on all year long. Once you've decided on a topic, you will want to decide on how you're going to create that original, authentic, culminating product. To help yourself with this phase, it's important to ask, what will be the end result of your opportunity? The possibilities are truly endless. If it's learning to play classical guitar, it might be a video blog of what you looked like on day one until what you looked like when you mastered it. If it's a sculpture or piece of art, it's going to be the product is the end result of that work. It might be a video documentary. It might be an actual event like a workshop. The possibilities are truly endless. Of course, your product is going to benefit you because you're interested in it. But part of Senior Project is also figuring out how you can take your talents and skills and benefit not only yourself, but society and the world. So as you think about your idea for Senior Project this year, think about these questions. Who could use your product? How will you share it? Who will benefit from it? And who needs it? Apps have users. Art has viewers. People use park benches. Someone should be able to use and benefit from your learning and from your product. Think about the needs in your community. Your project could stem from something you know that someone needs, such as a community group or a certain group of people. Overall, once you've found your passion and you've decided what you want to do with it, try to figure out a way to share it with the world. Once you have a plan for your product, audience, and topic, you're going to enter one of the biggest phases of Senior Project, and that is the research phase. Your product is going to be informed by various modes of research. Part of the reason for this is that we want you to have experiences learning from different modes. So ask yourself, what do you need to learn to be successful with this topic and with this product? For Senior Project, you're required to have 3 database articles. You may need to think creatively about what you need to learn to be successful. For example, if you want to create a sculpture, you might need to research the techniques that go into sculpting. You'll also need an expert interview. It doesn't have to be an expert in the field, but rather just someone with experience. So if your goal is to design an app, you might want to interview somebody else who's also created an app. You will also conduct a field observation. This involves going out and viewing the world in a way that will help you with your product. If your goal is to start a fundraiser, you might want to go observe a fundraiser so that you have an idea of what you might need to work on for yours. Lastly, you're going to look at 3 different pieces for a medium analysis. The medium is the form that your product will take. So once again, if you're doing a painting, you'll observe 3 paintings. If you're doing a fundraiser, you'll observe 3 fundraisers. The goal here is to see what works and what doesn't work for your product. Basically, after you've done all of this research and along the way, you'll be writing summaries for each source. You'll want to do a good job with this because these summaries end up being the contents of your final paper and your final presentation, which will be graded by the community. Once you've conducted all of your research, basically from September 12th to November 7th, before checking out for the semester, you will have a storyboard of your product. This storyboard will allow you to plan, design, and create your original product. You'll need to show us in your plan how you include evidence or documentation that your product is informed by research. If you have a paper product, you might have some endnotes, footnotes, citations. If you have a physical product like a piece of art, you might have a pamphlet with various ways that different sources informed your piece of art. Other ideas can include references, but you can talk through these ideas with your facilitator. Also, as you're constructing your product, you want to keep photos or artifacts of your progress along the way to show in your final presentation. Overall, you will have from November 7th to February 27th to work on and complete your product. While that is 3.5 months, it will take a lot of time to do a good job. Plus, you'll get some flexible time over holiday breaks like Christmas and Thanksgiving to do some extended work. Once your final product is finished on February 27th, we will move to the reflection essay. In the reflection essay, you will write about your process. Some of this work we'll be doing along the way first semester. So, when you're doing the research phase, you'll be writing all of your summaries for this paper, which is due by November 7th. Very shortly, you'll be writing the planning phase reflection, which is due September 12th. In this phase, you'll reflect on how you came to the decision to do the product that you did. Your intro and conclusion will be written March 6th. By March 6th, that's when the paper is due. And then your product phase will be written after your product, which is February 27th. Overall, as you work on your project, you'll be writing each of these pieces, so in the end, by March 6th, this entire paper will come together, and it will be approximately 10 pages describing the process of you completing your project. Once you've written the paper, the final step is the oral presentation. Because the paper is due March 6th, you'll have approximately 5 weeks to get ready for your oral presentation. Oral presentations are Wednesday and Thursday, April 15th and 16th. Those 2 days you will not attend classes at Westside. Instead, you will go to the Career Center on one of the days in either the morning or afternoon. A committee of 3 to 4 community members, teachers, administrators, or volunteers, plus parents, family, or friends who attend will be viewing your presentation. Each student will need to have a presentation of at least 10 minutes, and you'll present in groups of 4 to 5, watching each other's presentations. During your presentation, you will display your product. For example, if you have a movie, you'll be displaying clips from that movie that highlight the best features. If you have a physical product, you'll need to bring that product and show it to the audience. You'll also be speaking from your reflection essay, so your 10 minutes of content come from your essay that you'll be writing all year. And finally, when you're finished, you will be graded on a rubric by the committee. You'll be scored, and you may pass or you may fail. If you fail, you will have to come back to senior project the following week and work with your facilitator to redo the presentation. But once you've passed, you'll be able to bask in your success and your accomplishment. As you can see, senior project has a lot of steps, and you'll have a lot of questions along the way. But it's important to know that your facilitators will help guide you as long as you take the initiative, you figure out what you would like to do and are passionate about, and you ask a lot of questions of us to help you make this year the best it can possibly be. Start thinking about your product today. Start thinking about what we discussed earlier. This is your opportunity to do something you love, to learn something new, and to challenge yourself to bring something to benefit not only yourself and your learning, but society and the world. Please contact your facilitator with questions.